Hello everyone, my name is Yuri and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to talk about letting go, and this topic is very near and dear to my heart. I think one of the reasons why this is so hard for me is because I recently went through a breakup and I'm going through it right now. Any type of loss is hard. This is about letting go from relationships and also letting go from loss of a death. I have also lost somebody in the past, two people, both my father and my brother, and I can only speak from my experience. I know we all deal with things differently, but it was just really tough. And so I'll start with relationships. I think it's really important to look at the good things instead of the bad. And most of the time when you break up, you feel like you did something wrong, or maybe you blame it all on the other person, or you just are trying to figure out where you both went wrong, what happened. But most of the time, not always, but most of the time, it was just time to let go. Now, no one knows if in the future you two will be together or not, but I wouldn't count on that. Don't set your heart to just that. I think it's really important to know that you have to move on, you have to go on, you have to be strong for yourself. And I think one of the things that relationships ending really helps you is to see what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses in the relationship and after. That really shows you what you have to focus on yourself, to get to know yourself, to strengthen yourself. It's really, really important that you focus on yourself after the relationship, and you will feel grief. That's part of a loss. A relationship is a loss, and it's really important that you really set your goals. And I think it's so much easier for somebody who knows who they are happy with themselves, and then although it hurts, they can move on. From my experience, I have been back and forth how I felt about myself, and I think in past relationships I have held on really strong to somebody because I wasn't sure what I wanted in my life, and so I made them my life. And I think it's really unhealthy, and it's really important to see those patterns, because you can really focus on changing that and really loving yourself. And I think it's really important to know that. Going through a breakup, it's really important to focus on the things that you love, because maybe you were distracted during a relationship. You start doing more we things and not so many me things. And it's important to get back to that routine and know that it's normal not to feel used to that routine anymore, and you're gonna have to work at it, but you'll get there. It's normal. You're in a relationship, things were different. Maybe weekends, that's when you guys would hang out. You have to figure out if you want to go out right after you guys break up. And I don't mean like partying and drinking and things like that. That's totally up to you. But I mean more like maybe have friend dates with your friends and things like that. But also remember to have time to grieve, because it's completely normal. So I really would suggest, if there's a weekend or a few days where you could just be with yourself, cry it out, and then move forward. It's really important. When it comes to when someone passes and things like that, that's a really tough subject. and we all deal with it different. But I think one of the things to know is that you will always miss the person, but luckily the memories will be there, and luckily you will get through it. It's really important that you know that. I think that the first time that I went through it was the hardest. And I'm not saying that the second time wasn't hard, because it was definitely hard. But it was the first person that I had ever lost in my family. And so there was so many things that I went through. I was only 19 years old. I was going to college, and it was completely devastating, completely lost myself. And I remember taking a few months off of college and just really being there with my family. We went to Mexico, and like we were with the rest of our family. We really needed our family at that time. And a lot of it is very blurry because I think I just kind of blocked that out of my head. But looking back, I can say that going to therapy was really helpful. Really make sure that you're with your family at that time. It's really easy to all kind of go your separate ways trying to deal with your grief your own way. But just remember that you have to stick together. I think that's really, really important if you are a really close family. Really important. And I would say mornings are going to be hard. Mornings are going to be tough, but it will get easier. It's really important that whatever you're going through, that you have someone to talk to, that you can talk about anything, especially your parents or a friend or a cousin, somebody that maybe is going through the same thing, even brother and sister if they're your age or close to your age. For me, my brother was too young at the time, and it was really tough for him too as a child. I think that it was really important that we as a family were able to go to therapy, and I think that really helped out a lot. And all I can say is, when it comes to grief and loss, that you take the time to grieve. We all grieve differently, and it's okay. I think that if you take time to cry, to scream in your pillow, it's completely okay to do this because you're feeling something. And it's really important that you all know this. And don't close yourself off. It's so easy to just think, oh, I can handle this, and you let it all inside, and later on it's gonna come out in different ways that are not gonna be so positive in your health. And you don't want this to end up being depression or anxiety, which happened to me. And it's really, really important that you seek help, because therapy is really important, both with breakups and with the passing of a family member, of a friend. It's really important. And just remember that we have all gone through this, and it is tough, but we overcome. We live life for those who are not here with us, so they can be not only proud of us, but we can feel like we're doing all these things in their memory. At least that's what I do when I think of my brother and my dad, and how my brother used to tell me that he was so proud of me, and he wanted me to keep going, and he wanted me to live my life and my dreams. And when I think about that, my eyes light up, and I remember that there's nothing more important to me than living my life for them and for me, and for those who are still alive, like my mother and my little brother. And I think that it's okay. It's okay to move on. I think that you need to know this. It's okay to move on and let go. And breakups, it will be hard. It will get easier. Maybe it will get hard again. You have to get used to being on your own. You have to get used to not having texts all the time anymore. Maybe your phone is dry. It's completely normal. And we all go through it. It's really tough, but it's completely okay. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm like in the middle of tears. But just know that anything that you would like to say, anything that you would like to add on the comments, go ahead. I think that it's really important to share and we can help each other out. Thank you so much for watching. I think that this not only helps you guys, but it helps me open up and really have a community of people that probably are going through similar things. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you sometime this week again. I am thinking that I will post again on Sunday, so I will have another video for you. I hope you liked it. Please, if there's anything that you would like me to talk about, comment down below, let me know. All right, good night, everybody. Well, it's night now, but when I post, it's probably gonna be morning. But yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.